Welcome students on today's lecture on center of gravity. So today we shall find out the center of gravity of the shaded portion. Now as you can see, this is the question. So the question is, determine the center of gravity for the figure shown in below. Now here you can see there is a rectangle. So this is full rectangle, and there is a triangle, and there is a semicircle. So they have asked, the meaning of this is we have to find out the center of gravity of only the shaded portion. Shaded portion means this, that means if I consider this as rectangle as one section, and this as triangle as other section, and this as semicircle as other section. So we have to deduct this and this portion because it is a cut portion of this. So I will take the section 1 as a rectangle which is of this dimension, a triangle of this section, and a semicircle of this section. So let us start. So section 1, which is a rectangle. So area 80 by 160. So much is the area. So x1. So the CG of a rectangle will lie at the center. So it will be 160 divided by 2, 80 mm. y1 will be along y direction. So it will be 80 divided by 2, 40 mm. Again here x reference we have taken as left bottom itself, that is this. Now section 2 is a triangle. So the area of the triangle is half base into it. So half of base is 40 and height is 20. So we are getting so much. So x2, again its CG is lying on the center only. So from here the distance is 80 mm itself. y2 is nothing but this is 10 here plus 1/3 of height. So 10 plus 1/3 of 20. So we are getting so much. Next, semicircle. So the area of the semicircle pi r square by 2. So r is here given 30 mm. So we are working out to be so much. x3, again the CG of the semicircle is lying on the central axis itself. So x3 is equal to 80 mm. And now y3 means from here till the CG. So we already know this distance from the center till here is 4r by 3 pi. Hence what I can do 80 mm minus 4r by 3 pi because I want this distance. So 80 minus 4r by 3 pi, which is working out to be so much. Now this is important. X bar is equal to this component minus of this minus of this. Hence a1 x1 minus a2 x2 minus a3 x3 divided by a1 minus a2 minus a3. So substituting a1 x1, a2 x2, a3 x3, we will get x bar as 80 mm. That means x bar is located at 80 mm distance only. Similarly y bar. Now y bar will be a1 y1 minus a2 y2 minus a3 y3 divided by a1 minus a2 minus a3. So this is what I have written it here. So substituting the value, we are getting y bar is equal to 37.341 mm. So this is how it is to be located. So we got x bar and y bar. So let us locate. So x bar is 80 mm and y bar is 37.34 mm. So the CG of the section is lying somewhere here. Now let us solve one more numerical of such shaded portion or a complex portion. So this is one more numerical. So the question is, locate the center of the shaded area shown in figure. Now you can see this is the figure. So how we can divide it is, because we want only the centroid of the shaded portion. So we can divide it into the geometry. So what I will do, I will consider this as a rectangle. So I will take section 1 as a rectangle of 800 by 1000 mm, a triangle of this dimension, and a semicircle. So what I will do, 1 which is a rectangle, so I have to deduct this part. So 1 plus 2 minus 3. So let us start. So section 1, again I will take left bottom corner as only the reference. So area of rectangle is 800 by 1000. So we are getting so much. x1 800 from here divided by 2. y1 along this divided by 2, that is 1000 divided by 2 we got. Next is a triangle. So triangle area half base into it. So half 400 into 1000. Then x2, here it is lying somewhere here, x2 CG distance, but it is a distance from here. So it will be 800 plus 1/3 of 400. Similarly y2, it is from this section. So it will be somewhere here, this is 1/3, so this will be 2/3. So 2/3 of this dimension, 2/3 of 1000. So we got so much. Similarly, for section 3, area is pi r square by 2. So already this distance is 800, that means r is 400. So substituting this, so x3 is nothing but which is lying at the center, so it will be 400 mm. y3 will be 4r by 3 pi from here. So r we already know, so we got so much. So now let us find the x bar value. So it will be a1 x1, that is a rectangle, plus a2 x2, that is a triangle, and a minus of a3 x3, because I have to deduct this, divided by a1 plus a2 minus a3. Substituting the value of x1, a1 x1, a2 x2 and a2 x3 in this equation, we get so much, 542.743. Now similarly, y bar, a1 y1 plus a2 y2 minus a3 y3 divided by a1 plus a2 minus a3. So substituting the value, we get so much. So now locating, so x bar is located from the left side, that is at a distance of 542.473, and y bar at a distance of 655.382. This is how we have to locate the centroid. So please do study. Thank you. Be home. Stay safe.